welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to tell you about my story. Before I begin, as usual, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Kindly click on the subscription button below and subscribe to my channel. There's also a bell. Kindly click on the bell so that every time I upload a video you get a notification to watch. So today I'm going to tell you about my story, my personal experience with anxiety and depression. And I know I've been talking about depression a lot, but I just felt like I have to come and tell you this story. Okay, so a couple of years back, this is roughly about 15 years ago, I started experiencing some kind of negative feelings. Mind you, at the time nobody mentioned to me what I was going through. No doctor mentioned to me that I was suffering from anxiety or depression. The reason why I'm sharing this story is because just quite recently that I studied the course, that I realized that what happened to me those years back was actually something very serious. Okay, so that's why I've decided to share it with you today. So I started feeling like I had this gut feeling, what we say in our local language, I say me like this gut feeling that something bad was going to happen. It just comes and goes. Like I'll just have the sensation that no, something bad is going to happen, So I started having those feelings, and then I'll just brush it off. And then it graduated to like getting these thoughts. I started thinking about, what if I sleep and I don't wake up? And then it graduated to I didn't want to sleep in the evening. Like I didn't want to sleep because I felt like when I sleep, I'll not wake up. So it became very serious. I wasn't sleeping, I wasn't getting enough sleep. And as I was always kind of jittery. Okay. So I spoke to my brother about it. At the time he was in the uni, and his uni was very close to where I lived, to my house. I was living with my dad at the time. So he would call me on the phone, and sometimes I'll visit him on campus. We would sit down and he would talk to me, he would pray with me. He got me a pastor friend to call me on the phone at night, in the evening. He would pray with me, and then usually after praying I become a bit relaxed and light, and then I'll sleep. Okay, but then it didn't end. It was there. So there was this day that it was really bad. I just started having this panicky. So I remember I called my mom and I was telling her that I don't know, I was crying, and I was telling her that I don't know, I'm shaking, it's like I'm afraid. So she told me to go to the nearest clinic. I went to the clinic. The nurse took my vitals and she was like, my blood pressure is very high. Like, you know how some Ghanaian nurses can be sometimes. A small girl, then a yo, I don't know, if you then a yo, small girl, some and sorry, I'm here penny, like it's BP. So I called my mom and I was crying. I was like, I don't know what is happening. The nurse is telling me my BP is high, and my mommy was like, I should just sit in a taxi and come to her. So I went to her and she took me to the hospital. And I remember the doctor asked me quite a lot of questions, and he gave me some medications. Okay, mind you, like I said, I wasn't told what was wrong with me. I wasn't told, so I don't know the medications that he puts me on. But then my mommy is a nurse, so with her medical background, I think that she saw that it was something that I needed medical attention for. So she took it serious and took me to the hospital, and I was put on the medication. And alongside, my brother was still calling me, checking up on me. I was still speaking to this pastor friend, and we were praying together. And eventually, I don't even know how I got over it, but eventually, by the grace of God, like it ended, it ceased. I stopped having the episodes and all those things, and by the grace of God, that is it. That's my experience with anxiety and depression. Okay, but then I've come I was just sitting there, I was thinking, I was like, no, let me just make this video. I've come to realize that we usually tend to spiritualize mental issues a lot here in Ghana. I'm not saying that it is not good to pray. Like I was saying in my story, I was praying with a pastor, I was praying with my brother, but then I sought medical attention as well. Okay, I believe that to everything that there's a physical, there's a spiritual. Okay, to everything that there's a physical, even we human beings are made up of physical and spiritual, body and soul. Okay, so I am not debunking that, you know, when you are sick or when you are not well, you should also pray about it. Absolutely. I mean, it even helps to heal faster, because as you pray, God will help that medication or whatever it is that you've been put on to work with your body and then give you that healing that you need. So prayer is very, very important. But what I have realized is that with mental health issues, for some reason, we do not see it as a sickness that you need to take to the hospital, or a sickness that the doctor can help with or medication can help with. So you hear people being taken to prayer camps, being chained to beds, and then we ignore the medical side of it. And like I said, I'm not saying don't pray about it. Pray and fast and pray fervently about that condition that you have. But please, don't ignore the fact that God has also given, God does miracles through us, through human beings. So through the doctor or through the therapist or psychologist or that psychologist, you can also get your healing. So today, the reason for making this video is just to tell somebody out there that, you know, mental health issues are not like spiritual, like we are nyembi, or, you know, you are under attack. It's all like every bad thing that we go through, like I said, per my belief, I believe it's a form of attack, one attack or the other. Every bad thing that happens to us is a form of attack or the other, per my belief. So you take care of the spiritual side, and then you also take care of the physical side. Going to the hospital, taking medication does not mean that you don't have faith or you don't believe in God. No, it doesn't mean that. So please, if you have anyone going through mental health challenges, or they are telling you about these things, that, oh, like when I'm there, I just get this very strong feeling that something is going to happen, something bad is going to happen to me. Like this feeling is very, very strong. I keep getting these negative thoughts in. Please encourage the person to go to the hospital. It's not a bad idea. I know sometimes, most of the time, I mean, when somebody tells you this, the first thing you'll be like, oh, pray. We are so deliverance. It's good. But you can also mention to the person to go to the hospital, okay? Because, like I said earlier, it works hand in hand. So when you go to the hospital and your doctor gives you the medication, okay, don't say that, okay, you've gone to the hospital, you're on medication, so you also stop praying. No, do it alongside, okay? Pray that that medication that you have been given will work, and it will actually help that condition to go away. And pray that you will not experience that condition again whilst you are still taking your medication seriously. So this is just a brief video just to let us all know that as much as like every illness, I believe that every illness has a spiritual side, okay? Mental health, as much as we take malaria to the hospital, you take typhoid to the hospital, when you are having issues with your thoughts are, you can just feel it, that your thought processes are not healthy. Nowadays, everything you think about is very bad. The same way you can see the doctor and talk to the doctor about your thoughts, about what is going on in your head nowadays. And the same way that the doctor gives you medication for therapy, for malaria or typhoid, they can give you medication for what is going on in your mind, for what is eating your mind up. So don't let us just look at the spiritual aspect only when it comes to tackling mental health. The spiritual aspect is very, very important as the medical aspect as well. So this is just a short video. Like I always say, I always have the numbers for psychotherapists and psychologists that you can reach out to if you are having any mental health issues or any of these symptoms that I mentioned in my story earlier. You can get help, and when you get the help, take your medication seriously. Okay, if you have mental health, it doesn't mean that you are, if you have mental health issues or you are going through anxiety or panic attacks, it doesn't mean that like we are an NB, or you know, it's an illness and it can be cured. So this is just my message I'm giving out to you today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have learned something. Like I said, seek help, reach out, talk to your doctor. The doctors are not there only for malaria and typhoid and all those, you know, those symptoms that we can see physically. Okay, they are there also for the cognitive, for things that happen, mental health issues as well. So when you are having issues in your thoughts, talk to your doctor. Okay, I hope that we have learned something. I hope this story has helped someone in a very small way. I hope it has made an impact. So thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it that you've taken time to watch this 11 minutes video. Thanks a lot. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to my channel. So I'll come your way again next time with another interesting topic. And thank you very much for watching. Bye.